Hello everyone, and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today we are playing Frostgrave. We are playing the second game in the solo game that I've written myself. We've played through the first game and it took twice as long as I wanted it to go. We ended up in quite the situation where we had to fight our way through to the door into the manor to make it in here. We did so over 12 turns. This is going to be problematic for us because it means that the vampire is awake, and this will count over into game 3 as this vampire now is also awake and will spend each turn summoning more undead into this room, which will then become a problem when we get to that board. But we're not there yet. What we have to worry about right now is getting the key from this vampire. So we need to make our way over to the library. We have 2 paths to get there. Maybe this is a little bit too dark. I had set the... no, that's what I just applied it to. I'd set this to this one, which works well here because I don't actually have a roof on the board, whereas it doesn't look like there's enough light being provided in here, and it's all a little bit too gloomy. So I will put... Is it this one? What's in here? That's a little bit lighter. This is actually the same effect as last time, which I think works quite well in here with the added light. But I applied it here, and I think it looks a bit drab outside. But it works better on the interior, so we'll leave it with this. I had wanted it to progress through as, you know, the sun is setting. This should be sunset, and then the next one was supposed to be night. It is what it is. This works. So we have a complete warband. So one of the things with going from one game to another straight on is we're a little bit limited in that we don't get access to a home base. We can't hire new troops between rounds. So it was all down to who survived and who didn't. I only got a few warband members into this little staging room, this little safe staging room, but the rest of them did survive when I rolled for survival, and they did survive to live in the next game. So that's what we are going with. I have given one of them. So we came in with 2 treasures. And so I have given one of them a magic dagger with +2 damage, and that is this one here. The other treasure that we got was a spell book, which I did just learn. I'm not too sure if I should allow learning of spells between these games, but I've done it. Glow, it's an illusionist spell, which I have a target number of 14 for. I also made it easier to get heal off and leveled up my wizard. I've turned off all of the clocks, and I intend to use them to count the turns that go by. I'm hoping we won't have more than 6 turns go through this on this board, but we'll see. We've got 2 different routes through to the library. So we've got to come in here first. Then we've got this room here, this long room here, which does have another flying armor in it, a large construct. There's another room here with a couple of crates that could have treasures in. Another large construct to fight if I want to. and then we can come straight into the library. Maybe faster, then there's less creatures to fight, even though they are harder creatures to fight. The alternative is to come this way, where we've got access to more potential treasures. We have to fight more models, which they're easier models. They've all only got 1 hit point, apart from these zombies, which have 6 hit points apparently. More chances to get models, more chances to get treasure, but we've got to go through these doors and it will just be a slower experience. However, there are 3 treasures to pick up. Now, each of those crates gives you a chance of pulling out one of these skeletons or one of these treasures. So we'll just have to see what actually shows up as we play through. Now, first up is the wizard phase. So our wizard, Azal, is going to activate by himself, I think. We're not actually going to move him. We are just going to have a look at his spell list and see what's worth casting. I think that at this stage, I'm ignoring out-of-game spells, by the way. The rules for this kind of campaign with going between scenarios do allow you to cast 1 out-of-game spell between sessions. I'm just not doing that. There's an argument that I should let enchant these weapons still be enchanted, because they were at the end of the last game and not much time has passed. We're basically just moving into a new board, but technically they should be off, so I'm going to leave them off. And I think that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Enchant Weapon on this guy here from this guy. So I need to get a 12. So I rolled a 17, so that's fine. I'm going to make this guy have a green base. And okay, so it's clipping to the terrain that I can't see. I'm going to end his turn, and now we've got to go through the creature phase and see if there's any creature that should go. So let's have a look at not the large construct, but the vampire. Now, the vampire doesn't have a fight of +5, and it doesn't have a health of 20 or above. So it is going in the creature phase 2. So we are moving to the apprentice phase. The large construct, I'm pretty sure didn't. Yeah, the large construct does not have a fight of +5, and it doesn't have a health of 20. So we are just worrying about. I'm now worrying that these are the right. Let me check the book. Make sure I've actually got the creatures in properly. Undead. Vampire, yep. +5, +4 fight, 14. Yeah, that's fine. I've missed constructs though. Large construct. Looks like the right stats. So then it's now the apprentice's turn, and he is going to also cast enchant. rolling a 2, which is not good. He gets -2 to his roll, so he's rolled a 0. So he's going to take 2 damage because that's what happens when you miss a spell by more than 10, 9 or 10. And he's not going to get that off. So I'm going to cast enchant, failed cast enchant. And then we get to our creature phase. Now, all of the creatures that are not the vampire will sit still and not do anything. The vampire, however, will roll as per normal movement. If the direction that they roll is a door, they will actually move towards the door and then go in that direction. So I'm going to roll a d20, north, south, east, or west. Actually, I should roll a d12. A d20 is the wrong die to roll. How do I make that go away? I know, just throw it away. Go away. If I roll a d12, I can get a clock direction. 2. So 2 o'clock is 1, 2. Not quite towards the door. The door would have been 3 o'clock. No, the door is 3 o'clock is this way. So 2 o'clock is towards the door. So the vampire has, not the large construct, the vampire has a movement of 7, apparently. So she's going to move towards the door on her first turn, and then on her second turn is going to open it. Second activation, whatever it is. On her activation, she's got the 2 moves. She's got the 2 actions. Her second action is to open the door. And that brings us to our soldier phase. So, first of all, we will activate this knight. And he will use his first action to open that door, and then his second action to run into combat with both of these fellows. Our second knight will use his first action to run in to combat with both of these fellows and have a go at this guy. So he's going to roll a d20 to hit, and he's got a fight of plus, I don't remember, I have to look, 12. He is a man-at-arms, so he's a fight of +3, so that is a 15 to hit, I think. Let me just check. Enchant weapon either is +1 damage or +1 fight. If cast on melee weapon, the melee weapon counts as a magic weapon with +1 fight. So 16. The skeleton will fight back and lose. So the skeleton, not a vampire. The skeleton is not a vampire. The skeleton is a skeleton. He has an armor of 10 and a health of 1. So I don't even need to check. I can just take him off the board. Second will be the bear, who will rush in here. So he's only fighting this skeleton. The bear is a bear with a fight of +4. So that's an 18 that the skeleton will have to beat. Which he doesn't with a 12. So this skeleton also comes off. Now, this is the thing with skeletons. They are pretty lightweight and easy to take down if you go about it carefully. But we had this full row of skeleton archers back here that were causing a lot of problems. Our thug will take the next activation and run in here. And he will attack this skeleton. Now, our thug has a fight of +2, but because he has a man of arms in combat, an ally in combat with the skeleton as well, is going to have a +4 to his fight. Which isn't really going to help him too much. Against a 20, because the skeleton has a fight of +1. So the thug has an armor of 10. He has a health of 10. So he's just going to go straight down. Now, let's move you to here. These demons are here in case I want to summon one. And this guy was a leftover from the warband. I replaced him with a bear. Okay. Brilliant. Having won the fight, nothing else happens. This guy is still engaged here. Next will be our thief. He's going to run in and deal with this. Thieves also have a +1, a fight of +1. There we go. So that's a 20. Can the skeleton roll well again? No, it can't. So this is the thief with the +2 damage dagger. So lucky him, he would do... So daggers usually do -1. So does that mean it's a +1 magic dagger as opposed to a +2 magic dagger? That's an interesting question. But we have cleared the way here. So the next activation will be an archer running 6 to here. And then I think I'm going to go left because... Am I going left or am I going right? There's more treasure left. I'm just going left. Yeah, I think that's all there is to it. 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to move to the door, ready to open it next turn. And with everyone having activated, that brings me to turn 2. And I was demonstrating that I can turn the clock ticks off and on, and I left them on. So we've passed turn 1, we are on turn there. We have passed turn 1, we're on turn 2. So wizard activation. The wizard will make his I mean, that'll be about 6 inches because you got to get around the door, even though as the crow flies, it's 5.2. And he's going to cast Enchant Weapon again. I think that's a good idea. So Enchant Weapon, he gets that off on a 12. Okay, so I've rolled a 5. So I can cut for 7. Yeah, why not? That leaves me with 8 health. And this guy now has a enchanted sword. And I'm going with the green instead of the blue because this guy's got an actual magic weapon, whereas these guys' magic weapons will not hold past the next thing. Unless there's another spell you can cast as an after game spell, which will make one of these permanent, but they're not permanent, and I don't have that spell. So that's the wizard activated, and we're going to do the same thing with the apprentice, except he's going to target this one here. So he needs to roll a 14. So that's 12 off. I can't cut for 12. So he's just going to take another 2 damage, putting him on 9 health. And we've just got the same. Thing happening again and again and again. Now that brings me to the creature phase. And the only creature on the board that is going to move is the vampire. So, oh, that's right. I got a D12 out to go clock movement. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, she will move over. So she's got a 6-inch movement, a 7-inch movement. I should be more aware of what I'm looking at, which overlay I'm looking at. Let's turn this off and find the vampire. Yeah, so that's a 7-inch movement. I think I moved 6 just now. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to get to this wall here with my double move and browsing the bookshelf, I guess. Coming back to the warband, it is the soldier phase, as no other creatures were in a position to move. And first thing I'm going to do is activate this thief, who is going to open the door. And I don't want to lose my thief. So he's going to move back here. Next, I'm going to move 6 inches in with an archer, who is going to turn and fire at this guy. So, looking again at the creatures. Oh, the archer stats. I don't need the vampire stats. I actually need the... They're all just skeletons, yeah? Don't have any skeleton archers. Brilliant. Ah, whoops. The archer stats. So he has +2 to shoot. This guy. So he's hitting on an 11, and the The skeleton has a fight of +1, so I only have to roll a 10 to negate the damage. So no damage is taken. This guy is going to do the same thing. He's going to attack the same target as well. So that's a 14. And the skeleton is going to resist with his fight of 1, which he does easily. And so our... How about the bear? What does the bear move? The bear moves 6. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for his double move. The man-at-arms has a movement of 6, I believe. Where are you? Man-at-arms has a movement of 6. He just moved 3. Move another 3. Followed by another 3. This guy will follow 4, 5, 6. This guy was actually quite a bit behind. Did I get an extra? Do I get an extra inch of movement with him? I think I do. So he's going to get into combat, but there's no actual fighting happening. And the thief... This thief is going to move 4. So that's 7. Yeah, and he's going to happily sit behind the bear. And that is the end of turn 2. Bringing us into turn 3. So our wizard is going to move 6 in here and then cast a spell. Summoner overlay spell list. And I want to cast Summon Demon on a 12. Okay, so I'm just going to take the 1 damage because actually I really should be casting heal on myself as opposed to anything else. At this point, my apprentice is going to move up to here and then cast heal on my wizard. So he's got a -2 to his roll, but he only needs to get an 11. So I need a... Ooh. He's going to take another damage. And failed to cast. What did I fail to cast? Summon Demon. Failed to cast Heal. So that is not a good place to be in. It is now the creature phase. So, first of all, our vampire. What's she doing? She's heading 3 o'clock again. She has a movement of 7, as we have gone over before. So 7, 3.5. Now, these skeletons are all able to attack. They will all attack the closest guy. So this guy is first going to attack the man-at-arms. He has a fight of +1, and the man-at-arms. So it's a 6 versus a like 17 or something. If we look at the man-at-arms, like an 18. So he's dead. Next, this guy's going to run in and take a swipe with a 16. Coming up against like 21. He's out. This guy's going to come in and take a swipe. They're in 22, actually. Take a swipe with his +1. He gets an 11. Uh, 11 versus like a 23. And that room has been cleared. So we are at least 2 rooms away from the vampire. Or from the coffin. And that's all for the creature phase. So we are now in for the soldier phase. So, Our thief is going to come over here and open the door. This archer... Nope. This archer is going to shoot that skeleton. It's got a 15, I believe that's 17, because archers have a shoot of 2. And the skeleton only had a fight of 1. So he's going to take a hit and fall over. This guy's going to move a little bit here. And take a shot at the zombie. A little bit of a harder target, but he's got a 12. So the question is... Zombies, how do you look? He's got a fight of 1. And actually quite a high armor. So the archer wins the contest, but he wins with a 12. So the zombie's got an armor of 12, so it's not actually going to take any damage, even though it does take the hit. The next will be the bear. 2.5. 2.5 for 5. 6. So he's not going to make it in close enough. He's just going to make it to the zombie. Oh, that's a skeleton archer. Cool. So the bear is now in combat with the zombie, but it can't actually hit it. And the thief, 3.4. 5.8. 6. 7. No, he's going to get to... He's going to get to here and stand on this side of the door. And that, I believe, are all of the activations for the warband, bringing us to turn 3. Starting turn 4, because turn 3 is the one that we just had. So starting turn 4, our wizard is going to cast heal on himself because he kind of needs it. He's on 7 health. He kind of needs a bit of a heal. So we need to roll an 11 to successfully cast this spell. We manage with a 13, and he increases his health by 5 to 12. He will not make any other actions this turn. I never actually moved these knights in the last turn. Let's do that really quickly. 6. Let's get into close quarters combat. 6. And again into close quarters combat. That then brings us to turn 4. And we cast that spell. We then get to our apprentice's turn. He also tries to cast heal on himself. He has to roll a 13 to get it off, which he manages by the skin of his teeth. Bringing him back to full health. So he is going to move. He's going to move to here because he's in a slightly more advantageous spot should he need to be. Now, that brings us to the creature phase. So the first thing to do is to work out where our vampire is going. She is heading to 5 o'clock, which is this direction. She has a movement of 7 inches. So she's going to get to here. She gets to the wall, and I'm just going to say that she heads the next 3 inches down. There is still a door between us all. I could turn my forces around and go for her, but I'd have to take the large construct at the same time. Actually, oh wow, if I open this door, that construct potentially has line of sight to my guys. It's actually better for me to go into this room, clear this room, and open this door so the construct doesn't have line of sight. Oh dear. Brilliant. Now we've got these 2 here. I believe that the zombie will go first because it's got the higher health. He is going to attack this knight here. This man-at-arms. So we'll just roll him a number. 4. So that's at least 6. And I think that zombies... that's a 7. And then the man-at-arms is going to fight back. And he's got a +4 to hit. Yes, that's a 22. So the zombie had an armor of 12. So he's going to take 10 damage. He doesn't have 10 damage to take, so he's just coming off the board. This skeleton archer. Skeleton archer. Skeleton archer. Has a fight of 0. So he's gonna give it a go. Attacking the man-at-arms he's in combat with. Rolls a 1. I'm afraid that that's not going to do him very well. Though a 9 won't break through his armor. So he is still alive. That then brings us to the soldier phase. And so this man-at-arms is just going to have at you. With a 12. So he could kill the skeleton, which only has 1 health. But the skeleton has a good... The skeleton rolls a 12 as well, which means they both hit. So the skeleton is coming off the board straight away. There's no more skeleton archers on the board, I think. And the man-at-arms has an armor of 12, so he will take no damage. So this guy has activated. He will move up to be just next to the door, but not obstructing it, because this thief is going to move up to the door and open it. That's that thief's activation. This man-at-arms will charge in 6 inches to be in combat with this skeleton and then take a go at him with his +4 fight. That's just not great. That's not great at all. But the skeleton gets to fight back. It's got +1 fight, 7, so it's not going to break through the armor, so nothing really happens. Except this bear gets to come in. And I can't remember how consolidation works. I feel like if consolidation was going to happen, this guy was going to push in. Because I don't remember how it works, I'm just not going to do it. So this bear is going to have to jump in here with the rest of his movement on his next action, and he's not going to be able to attack. Though I have a feeling that there should be some consolidation stuff in there that should actually allow that to work. What this does, though... Oh, I should have shot arrows first. Our thief is going to move 7 to there. And then 3.5 to get to here. And that's the end of... Well, no, I've got these 2 archers, but I don't think that they should be able to shoot past that bear. So I really should have thought about activating them first. I don't want to move them. Actually, I'm going to move this one to here. So they're both in line through here, just in case a rogue vampire decides to open this door on the next turn. But that is the end of turn 4, bringing us to turn 5. Now, at the start of turn 5, I haven't made a lot of progress. I have made my way through here, clearing my way through this horde of distractions, but that's all they are, distractions. My goal is to get treasure, which I've not done. There are 3 treasures available, and I've not even attempted to get any. And to kill this vampire, to get the key so that I can go upstairs. So I'm not holding out any hope that this game is going to take less than 12 turns at this rate. It's going to raise some questions about the clock. Is the clock too short? Because it was 6 turns, then 6 turns. Is it just that did the other one only take me 12 turns because I'm playing a level 1 warband? Or is it literally just that's what happens? So that's what happens through the game. Maybe if I come back with a level 10 or a level 20 warband, we'll have different outcomes. But for the moment, it's time to cast some wizard spells. So my wizard has most of his health back. Not all of it, but enough that I'm willing to try and cast Summon Demon again. So I want to roll as high as possible. Yes. Okay, Summon Demon. Beating Summon Demon by a 6. Oh, no, don't do that. I might actually be able to get a greater demon if I cut a little bit. So if you beat the casting roll by 0 to 5, then you get an imp. 6 to 12 is a minor demon, and 13 plus is a major demon. So I beat by 8. So if I cut for 5, I can have a major demon. I'm doing it. I'm going to do that, bringing me down to 7 health. And I don't think I've got a major demon prepared. So let's find a demonic creature that will suit. Let's come out here. The ones that I had prepared were an imp and a couple of lesser demons. So there's this guy. Let's have a look at the stats, actually, of the creature that I am summoning. I want a greater demon. Yeah? No? Major demon. Here we go. It is large, so a larger creature works. There's a hellhound. There's a succubus. There is a large flying skull. Some kind of horned thing. Oh, this guy looks pretty big. Now, what happens if I make your base size a little bit bigger, actually? Yeah, no, I think that the medium-sized base is fine. I think he still looks massive. I think I'm going to go with him. Let's have a look at the other models really quickly. Yeah, that's what I want, I think. And TaleSpire's just got the ability to do that. So, Major Demons, you have a health of 15. And you come into this world here between me and the vampire, which is what I feel like you're going to end up fighting. I'm going to complete my wizard's turn by having him follow up here. Now, my apprentice is going to try and heal. No, stuff it. I'm going all in on this. Let's try and summon another demon. I need to roll a 14 or higher. I rolled a 16. That does get me an imp. So this is important. It's I've rolled a 14 because it's apprentices get -2 to the casting roll. So I'm beating the summon demon by 2 at this point. If I cut by 4, so I'm beating it by 6, I will get a. Let's do that. So he's got 9 health, and I'm going to put a minor demon in here. Let's put him back up to full health. Let's not do that. And you're going to follow your master in here. So we've now got 2 demons ready to take on the vampire. That is on the other side of those doors, and it is the vampire's turn. So the first thing we need to do is work out where she's going to go, and I've lost, oh, there it is, my D12. So which direction do you head? 9 o'clock, which is what I was preparing for. She gets to the door with her first movement and opens it with her second and can see straight through to the demon. Following that, it is the zombie's turn here. He is going to hit the bear, or at least attempt to. He has a +1, I believe, to fight. So he's rolled a 3. The bear rolls a 13. Let's check. The zombie's got an armor of 12. The bear has a fight of +4. So that 13 becomes 17. So that zombie will take 17 minus 12 damage, which is 5, leaving it on 1 health. The bear winning the I'm pretty sure the bear winning it can choose to push the zombie back by an inch, moving the zombie out of combat, which is important because that was the zombie's turn. Now this skeleton, which is in combat, is going to attack this man-at-arms. The skeleton also has a fight of +1. So that's a 13. The man-at-arms, however, has a fight of +4 for a 15. So he is going to be winning that. 13 versus 15. The skeleton only has 1 health, so it's just going to come straight off the board. This skeleton is going to charge the bear. and try to hit it with a 12. The bear will hit it back with something that's not very good. So, what is the bear's armor? Oh, yeah, bear's strong. But it's got an armor of 12. The roll to hit it was a 12. It's not going to take any damage, and they are going to stay in combat. That brings us to the soldier phase. And we may as well start here with this bear. The bear is going to hit the skeleton with only a 10, so it's not actually going to do any damage, but the skeleton could hit back harder. It doesn't, thankfully, which is good. This man-at-arms will come around here and hit the skeleton. He's got a +4, so that's a 19. The skeleton is going to fight back with a 6. It's just going to come straight off the board. That was actually a 21 because he had the bear there as well. Next, we are going to see this man-at-arms come in to fight this zombie with a +6. Good luck to the zombie beating a 24. There's no point even looking at it. At this point, all these three have activated. These two have not. And we are seeing our demons down here now. I will find the vampire because that's who we're fighting. Vampires have... oh no, they are immune to normal weapons. They have a magic attack. They have an ability called Mind Lock, which I don't know how that works. They have True Sight, so anything incorporeal they can see, and they are undead. They have a will of +5. I think that the solo rules for Frostgrave actually increase the will of all monsters to by, is it +2 or +4? So it's either a will of +7 or +9. But she's got a fight of +7 and an armor of 12. So she is actually going to be quite tanky. Which means that I was going to fire my archer's arrows at her, but I guess we're not doing that anymore because they won't affect her in the slightest. So instead, let's have a look at the greater and lesser demon stat lines. No, major and minor demons. So demon have the demon stat. Let's have a look at that and see if it lists all demons as having magical weapons, magical attacks. Okay. Demon. All attacks made by this creature count as magic attacks. This creature is immune to poison. Demons can pick up and carry treasure tokens, but have no item slots. Brilliant. So he's got demon. He's got large. Large, I believe, makes him easier to hit by... it suffers a from a large target modifier, -2 when defending against shooting attacks. Strong does +2 damage, and he's got True Sight. Ignore any castings of beauty or invisibility when determining this creature's actions. Furthermore, if this figure is ever in combat with an illusionary soldier, the illusionary soldier is immediately removed from the table. Okay. We're comparing this with our vampire. Let's have a look at the vampire's thing. So undead, creature is immune to poison, never counts as wounded. Undead creatures can pick up and carry treasure tokens but have no item slots. It has True Sight, which I've just read out. Magic Attack and Mind Lock. The creature is immune to mind control and immune to suggestion. Oh, okay, that's a lot easier. It's not some extra ability that it has. It's just an immunity. But it is also immune to normal weapons. So we want to fight it with those demons. So looking at the Major Demon, it has a move of 6. So let's go. It's going to double move to 9 inches, charging at that vampire. The Minor Demon is going to do the same thing. Double check the Minor Demon's movement. It has a move of 6. Both of the archers are going to run in here, away from that particular combat. That actually leaves us here in here with all these opportunities to get treasure. So we may as well start opening crates. This thief is going to get to here, and I believe I said you needed to open crates with your main move action, didn't I? So this thief is going to run to here. And that will end turn 6. No, that will end turn 5. Yeah. Yeah. Ending turn 5. Bringing us on to turn 6. Where it's finally starting to happen. We're finally fighting the vampire. And looks like we're finally going to start picking up some treasure and making some decisions about what we want to do in regards to our all of our going up to the next turn. So the first things first, it is the wizard's turn. The wizard is going to cast heal on himself because he is lacking in health. So he needs to roll an 11 to get heal off. We can do it. We can do it. That brings him back to 12 hit points. And he is not going to... No, he is going to move. He's going to move to be next to this crate. The apprentice wizard is also going to cast heal on himself. He has to roll a 14 on the die to get this to work, which he makes, thankfully, bring himself back to full health. He is going to move to be away from the crate. That brings us to the creature phase, the second creature phase, and the vampire's turn. The vampire can see the major demon, so let's bring up her stat line. And she is running in and fighting the major demon. So she has a +4 to fight. 24. This does not look good for our major demon. So he has a higher fight. He could win this. He needs a 19 or a 20 because we're not playing with the critical hit optional rules. He does not. So 24 beats the armor, the major demon's armor by 12, so he will take 12 damage. No. He's got 3 health left. And she is going to push him. I can't remember. Creature's supposed to do pushes. Let's look at the... Find the creature rules really quickly. Still... Soldiers, collecting treasure. Creature actions. Is the creature in combat? Yes. It will use its action to fight. If it wins the combat, it will choose to stay in combat. Lucky me. So it is the soldier phase. There are 2 other creatures on the board, but neither of them have line of sight to any other creatures, so they're unaware that this fight is happening. So it is now the soldier phase. So we're going to start with the minor demon, who is going to run up here and wail on the vampire, or attempt to wail on the vampire. Let's see how well this goes. So he's got a fight of +3, but because the major demon is there, he gets a fight of +5. Okay, so that's a 14. So the vampire will fight back with her fight of +4. So she gets a 10. That was 14 versus 10, yeah? Yes, 14. Her armor was something quite good, yeah? 12, so we beat the armor by 2. She takes 2 damage and is on 12 health. The major demon is going to have another go at her. This brings his fight, or its fight, to 7, +7. And he gets the 20. He's going to get some revenge with that. She's going to fight back. She only has a +4. She loses. He's hitting her with 27. 27 beats her armor by 15. She takes 15 points of damage, and she is off the board. Now, what did I say about the key? Taking the key off the vampire's corpse takes 1 turn. And could demons could carry potions, couldn't they? But that was it. Demons, I'm feeling that demons cannot carry anything other than potions. But that's fine. I might put her body back on the board so that we know where she was. Demon can pick up and carry treasure tokens but have no item slots. I think that we should use... I might have to write a clarification about whether or not a key goes on an item slot. But I will place her back here and status knockdown. So she's dead. And I'll say put a red thing on her, so she's dead. Next action is this thief. He is going to open this crate next to him. So I need to roll on a 1d8 to see if I get a treasure. I don't. I get in this crate is a skeleton. He's going to use his turn to move 6 inches down here. I'm now going to activate this man-at-arms. I'm going to activate this man-at-arms to consolidate him in and let him take a swing at the skeleton with a 19 on the dice versus a 2. The skeleton is dead. This guy is going to open that again. So I'm moving everything down. So on an 8, I will re-roll. 5. A 5, because one skeleton is gone, becomes a treasure token. So there is a treasure token here. Who's going to carry that treasure token? Not the thief, who is moving. Oh, well, you get an extra inch, right? He's going to move down to here. This man-at-arms is going to double move to here. And the bear is going to go, this is too much, and double move to here. This archer, I think, is going to move up to the treasure so it's able to pick it up. Whereas this archer is just going to move to here so that when the wizard opens this on his turn, it spawns in the middle here as opposed to here. Whatever it is. Hopefully a treasure. But with that, all of my soldiers have activated. I've got no more models left on the board requiring activation. So it is the end of turn 6. And we move on to turn 7 with 1 full rotation of the clock. Hello. This might be the beginning of a second video, a part 2. Because we are beginning turn 7, potentially turn 7 of 12, because apparently that's how long these games are taking. If that is the case, just to recap what's happened, our warband has moved in to the left and up through these rooms, clearing them out. They have found 1 treasure, only starting to look for them in turn 6. The vampire was already awake, moved into here, sort of wandered around before moving down and then coming through this door. However, the wizard, anticipating this, summoned a couple of demons. The wizard and his apprentice summoned a couple of demons, and they dealt with the vampire. But they took a lot of damage first. I almost lost a major demon to that vampire. So, turn this turn. There's no more point in having enchanted things. I need to cast some stuff. Ooh, I forgot to cast heal, cast heal, cast summon demon, cast summon demon, cast heal, cast heal. Need to keep good records of what I cast for the purposes of experience. Looking at the spell list, what's worth casting? I don't need Destructive Sphere. I don't need Enchant Weapon anymore. I don't really want to get into any more fights. Glow isn't useful at the moment. Though I suppose we are getting into more fights. Steal Health, not great. Cast Heal on myself again. Leap, Plane Walk, Summon Demon. Yeah. We're just going to cast heal on an 11 on myself. Which I failed to do. Take another damage. But I'm going to open this crate. So it's now on 1d6. There are 2 treasures left, so 5 and 6 is a treasure. Anything else is a skeleton. Skeleton comes out here. But that's fine. The skeleton will get his turn before any of the soldiers. I could have opened it first on... I could have opened him first and then... That doesn't matter. But I could have potentially cast Glow on that skeleton, making him a lot easier to hit by anyone else. Anyway, we're not doing that. The Wizard's Apprentice will cast Heal on his master. So I need to roll a 13. Which I don't, but I'll cut for 3 to bring that up so that I can bring my wizard back to full health, because I think it's a little bit more important to have him on full health than it is the apprentice. So the undead, it is the creature turn now. Oh, hang on. This guy does get movement. So he can move 6 inches down here. Now it's the creature turn, and we have this guy here. He will attack the weakest person, which I think is this thief. I'm not sure when this thief took 1 damage. That might have been a carryover from the last game. I don't know. I'm trusting that I set that up properly. The skeleton has a fighter +1, so he rolls a 13. The what's him called also has a fighter +1. So that's a 20, but he's got -1 to damage. But it doesn't matter. The skeleton only has 1 hit point. So it is dead. And so it is the soldier phase. And we can see this man-at-arms going 6 inches. And 9 inches. This guy going 6, 7, and then 3.5. This guy going 7, 1, and then 2.5. The archer coming out. 2, 6, 3. The bear moving 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way down here. The man-at-arms moving 2. What? So I just moved 2, so 7 is 9. This guy picking up the creature, the treasure, and moving 3 inches at half movement towards the next map. There weren't any treasure in the library, were there? No. And that is all of... Oh, no. I've got these models here, but they don't need to move. They're happy to just stand there. So that's all of the models that I need to activate activated, which brings us to turn 8. I can stop using this clock and start using this clock to say that I have finished turn 7. And we are on to turn 8. So turn 8. First of all, where did my wizard go? My wizard is up here. It's his turn. He is at full health. But this guy is not. Ooh. Actually, so I'm going to get to you to here. And I have this handy dandy spell called Leap. I do believe. Let me just read it really quickly. I'm looking for... Leap, here we go. Any target can be anyone in line of sight. Move the target up to 10. If the target is carrying treasure, this move is reduced to 5 inches. Cool. Casting. I'm going to cast Heal. Yeah. I'm going to cast Heal on the apprentice because I want my apprentice back at full health. And I get that off. And now all the important people are back at full health. My apprentice on his turn is going to cast Leap, so he'll need a 10 to get that off. He rolls a 12, so that works. So just to prove that, Leap is target number 8. He has -2 to his roll. So Leap on this guy allows him to move 5 inches this way while carrying a treasure. He is then going to move 6 inches. Going to move it. It's because he's got to move around 2.5. 3.5, he gets to here. There are no creatures currently on the board that have movement. So we're straight into the soldier phase. We're going to move this guy. Yeah, he's going to move to here and then stop. This guy is going to move to here. This guy is going to move to here. Yeah, this guy's going to move pretty close down here. And this guy's going to move, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then 3. So on their next turn, they will be able to look at doing something like opening. But the bear was here, so the bear is actually going to open this one. So I'm going to roll 1d6. On a 6, I re-roll. On a 4 or a 5, there's a treasure. On a 5, there is a treasure. Cool. That's a pretty good outcome. The demons don't need to move, so they're not going to. Which just brings us to the end of the turn. It makes it the end of turn 8. Ticking that over and into turn 9. So turn 9, the moment of truth. Am I getting 2 or 3 treasures out of this encounter? Oh, I didn't move this guy. He moves 3. I moved him with leap on my wizard's turn, which is not his turn. So that gets him to there, and then it's the end of the turn, and we're back at my wizard phase. So my wizard is going to just move to here and cast leap again on this guy. There was a... I feel like there was a failed heal, and then there was a cast heal in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what we've done. So yeah, we're casting leap on an 8. We roll a 9, which is perfect. We're only going to push him that far because he needs to turn and start walking up those stairs now. The apprentice. He is going to cast leap on this guy, so he needs a 10. More than enough to get him around here and ready to engage. He's then going to move himself to just to here. And there are no creatures that need to move on the creature phase, so we're straight into the soldier phase. This guy here is going to try to open this. So 1d4. On a 4, we get a treasure. Come on, roll a 4. Oh my god. How lucky is that? I have now found... Oi. Oi. I have found all of the treasures, and we are able to just move up to the thing. So he's done that. He's run out of moves for the turn. No, he's used his major move to open that, so he can't do that. So he's going to move over here. This guy's going to... Doesn't matter. This guy's basically close enough, so he'll pick it up and move 3 inches. This guy's picking up this one and moving 3.5. Yeah, just 3.5 because this guy's in the way. And everyone else is just going to move up to the next level. It's going to move up to the next level. You're going 2.3. Oi. 2.3. Just move these guys out of the way. But we have one treasure upstairs. And with that, they're off the board, so I'll just move them to there. I do like this new plane that you get. This is really cool. Next, I've done this guy, I've done this guy, I've done this guy. This guy is going to move 7 and 2. This guy's moving 5 and 3. Bear is moving 7 and no, he's not ending in the thing, so he's moving just behind this guy. Someone has to go and pick up that key still. But that is the end of whatever turn that was, turn 9. And we're on to turn 10. Which is going to see this guy, the wizard, casting leap on this guy. Try and get here. We're going to try and get through here a little bit faster. Going to cut for 3 because I want this to happen faster. He's going to move 6 inches himself. This guy's moving to here, and he's going to cast leap on this guy. Here we go. 8. He's got -2 to his rolls, so he's going to cut for 2, bringing him to 11, so that this guy can jump 5 inches in this direction. It is then the whatchamacallit's turn. This guy is going to go up. This guy is going to go up. This guy is going to go up. This guy is going 3.5 and 1.75. And so he's gone. This guy is going 4.5 in total. So he is still on the board. This guy is going 5, 6, 7. And 3.5. And that is all of the guys. I'll just move these guys out of the way because they're off the board now. This brings us to our, what was it, the end of turn 10 and into turn 11. Wizard can't leap this guy off the board, but I've cast leap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leap, cast, leap. I think I've cast so many spells that I don't think it matters anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting another 300 experience, which is the max. So he's going to move 6. Whoa. Move 6 to here and pick up the key. So I can finally take this off the board because he now has the key. In fact, I'm going to mark, not that it matters at this point, but I'm going to mark that. This guy is going to move off the board. This guy gets off the board. This guy also gets off the board. The only guy left on the board is the guy with the key. So we're going to do one more turn before he gets off the board. So let me mark that. There was a total of... Oh, wow. That was a total of 12 turns. Because at the end of that turn... is what it took to get all of our guys off. So that was a fairly successful game. Long, a little bit careful. I'm not sure how I feel about the difficulty there. On one hand, skeletons are easy, but they can do a lot of damage. So what was the issue there? Was it just that because I played really carefully, I made sure I was generally the one getting the first hits, and thankfully rolling well. There are a few times I didn't roll well. I did lose 1 unit to a skeleton. So the skeletons can do damage as long as you roll well when you're rolling for them. But that with only 1 hit point, they do come off the board very, very quickly. Moving through them, they did slow me down. That did take me 12 turns to get through. Possibly also because I'm playing carefully. Potentially, I could have split my party. I kept the warband together instead of sending the warband, getting down to sending the warband in different directions to get treasure. Like, I never had to come in here. I could have come in here and taken larger risks with these constructs, but getting in here, once I dealt with this room, I could have sent half my group up here and half my group down here to just see if there was any treasure, and that would have been riskier, but and I possibly would have lost more warband members. Actually, we might have had a bit the same result, but faster, to be honest, because I did. Most of those skeletons essentially get 1 hit and then they're out. So I'm not too sure how I feel about how that difficulty was set. That vampire is hard. Thankfully, I was able to summon those demons. Otherwise, none of the people that I had that could deal with that could deal damage, they were all on the other side of the board at the time. So that was actually quite dangerous. How I had my people set out, but otherwise it went quite well. It was just slow. Maybe it needs to be harder. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to make up for it here because we're going to start the game. In fact, I'll set it out now. 1, 2, 3. 1. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11, 12. I'm going to actually put these back here. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a little bit more dangerous because the first thing that happens, it's either happens on the first turn on the creature phase, or the game starts with this door open. And there is a room full of skeletons, and until this vampire is dead, these skeletons in the next game continue to get summoned. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out for the difficulty. If I had have gotten through faster, this would not have been quite so bad, but this is 12 lots of 3 because it took me 12 turns to get through here, to get through that last mission. So with that, we'll see how that balancing act works. I've had this open for who knows how long. Let's just throw that away and look at wrapping up this game. So first up is injury and death. This guy here didn't do so well. Let's see if he lives. 11. He is fully recovered. So that's lucky. Next up, now these summons don't stay with us. They're just gone. Though I think that there's an argument to say that maybe the summons should stay with, because we're just going up flight of thing to another board. We don't get some of the benefits that you usually get between games. So we'll see. We're playing without them. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I could have done things to like cast heal on them and stuff before we came up. Next up, out of game spells. I don't have any after game spells, so it's experience is next. Let's see how much experience we get. +5 for each failed attempt to cast a spell that results in damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 10 for each spell successfully cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times 10 is 150. 40 for each game the wizard participates in. 40 for each treasure, so that's 120. Because I got 3 treasures. and 5 for each uncontrolled creature killed by the wizard or their warband. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's like 75 points. 15 times 5 is 75, which, surprise, surprise, goes over 300, which is the maximum. So I get 300 XP to spend. I will be... where is my wizard? I will be increasing my health. My health needs to be higher. It just needs to be higher. So I will go into this game with a health of 16. I will also decrease the target number on heal by 1 to 10, because that spell is kinda clutch and kind of needs to be cast all the time. So we're going to get a bit better at casting heal. And then, am I spending my last 100 XP? Don't know. Depends on what comes out of my treasure rolls. So time to count treasure. Let's roll 1d20. On a 20, you get 120 gold coins and a grimoire. Second treasure, 8. On an 8, you get a magic weapon or armor. And third, finally but not least, 7. No, that's least 40 gold coins and 2 scrolls. Okay, so that's cool. We can take the treasures and put them back down here. So, let's see what next. Potions. I did not get any potions. Gold crowns. Not gold coins, gold crowns, apparently. Scrolls and grimoires. Okay, so first, the grimoire that we got. And we'll probably be learning 1d20, 7, and 16. Absorb knowledge. I do not know what that does. Let's have a look. Absorb knowledge. Out of game spell after game. Wizard only. This spell allows a wizard to absorb the knowledge from a written work without having to read it. The wizard immediately gains 40 experience for casting this spell to represent the speed at which they can gain knowledge. This experience does not count towards the maximum that can be earned in one game. This spell may only be cast after a game in which the wizard was not reduced to 0 health. Does this also... It doesn't say that you require a grimoire. It's just you gain extra XP. So that's cool. That's where my extra 100 XP will go. So I'll go up to level 6 with the new spell. Next up, we've got 2 scrolls. So first scroll, 19, 15. Elemental Shield. And 14, 15, which is Elemental Hammer. So these might be usable in the next game. I can give them to characters that can use them. I'll have to check to see which characters can use spells. Scrolls, are there any limitations, or can any character activate a scroll? Magic weapons and armor are next. I did get one. So let's roll something good. What's an 8? I got a bow. I've got a magical bow with +1 shoot. So that's cool. I can give that to one of my archers. And that, I think, brings us to the end of leveling, because the next thing to do is spending treasure, recruiting new soldiers, and the, what's it called, base stuff. So I don't have access to any of that because of the format of the campaign. So that is it. I've now got a level 6 wizard with 16 health, who's better at casting heal and dispel absorb knowledge. I've got some items to distribute, +1 bow, and a couple of scrolls, as well as 160 new gold coins. So with that is the end of game 2. I'm not sure if this might have actually been one video. I feel like those last few turns were short enough that we can get away with one video for this. We'll see how that comes together in the edit. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.